What's going on, guys? Have a good night. Back with another video. So I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys some more Clash Royale gameplay. So today we're gonna go ahead and open 4 gold chests that I actually collected, and it took a while. What I did was basically just gem the silver ones until I got 4 in a row gold ones. So it didn't take as it would if you didn't really have gems, but it still did take a while to get the gold ones because obviously you have to win and you have to wait to get a gold one. So hopefully we do get lucky. I've never actually got lucky with any legendary cards, so hopefully sometime this episode we do. So here we have some gold mortar. Okay, 7 mortars. We got 18 knights. We have mini P.E.K.K.A. Not so bad. I use the knights actually, and we got the freeze. So first chest, I guess not so bad. Here we have some more gold. We have here barbarians. I don't really use those so much, but skeletons, 9 skeletons, 11 mortars. We're getting so many mortars here. Mini P.E.K.K.A. not so bad. So moving on to the third chest, we have some gold. We have minions. We have minion horde. Can we get something good for the last one? And we got, oh, the furnace. Okay, we're getting some pretty bad cards here. I don't use a furnace. I don't use the skeletons. So archers, here we go. Tesla. We have here the zap and boom, Inferno Tower. Okay, I mean, I was really hoping we got an epic that we actually use, like the golem, for example. So unfortunately, none of that happens. So I want to go ahead and hear what you guys got in your gold chests or any free chests. Have you guys got any legendaries? Go ahead and leave in the comment section because I'm curious to see what you guys get from these chests here. All right, guys, so I thought I'd go ahead and bring you guys a replay here, diving right into one. This guy's using a Royal Giant on me, and I'm using my Royal Giant and Spawner deck. I call this a Spawner deck because it really is good at spawning so many troops, because obviously the Goblin Hut and the Elixir Pumps really help with that, you know, the ability to go ahead and spawn so many troops at the same time. So the first few, like, 2 minutes, you don't really have so much Elixir because obviously sometimes you don't have the Elixir Collector on your deck yet or on your draw. And you have to wait for those as well. And sometimes people also throw fireballs or rockets at your elixir collector. So sometimes it doesn't go that well as expected. Alright, so this guy's going in with the Royal Giant and some barbarians in the back of him. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a cannon in the middle there and a fireball on his princess and barbarians. Now, luckily, I did get a significant amount of health on that Royal Giant, but he still did get some big hit points on that tower there. So now I have to deploy my next elixir collector because obviously this deck is a comeback deck. Basically what that means is when you have 2 elixir collectors down, that is the right time to push with your Royal Giant, or when the 2x elixir time kicks in. So here we have a hut in the back and 2 elixir pumps. Now he deploys a prince and some barbarians. I deploy my barbarians because that is a great counter to his prince and the barbarians. So now 60 seconds left. Now is the big time to go ahead and deploy my Royal G here in the back of the King Tower here. You want to go ahead and do this all the time. With this deck, the perfect time, as I said just a minute ago, the perfect time to go ahead and deploy the Royal G is when you have 2x elixir, or in the middle of the match before the 2x elixir is when you have 2 elixir collectors that you can go ahead and efficiently use for that push. So fireball on those minions. As you guys can see, we are constantly deploying troops here, and although my Royal Giants did not survive, you still have the advantage of your Royal Giants actually getting into the tower and getting at least 1 or 2 hits. So that's pretty good. Alright, so moving on to the last push here, I have my Royal Giant going in very slowly, and I deploy my barbarians right in front of him. The best thing to do is deploy the barbarians right in front of him because they can shield him while the other troops attack the Royal G. So obviously this guy was smart enough to go ahead and deploy his barbarians on my Royal G, but luckily I do get his tower before he gets to my tower and gets it. So there we go, that's the first win, and I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the last replay here. Alright, so for this match I'm using the Valkyrie and Hog Rider strategy with the freeze. Now I'm not a big fan of the Hog Rider, mainly because there's just so many ways to go ahead and counter the Hog Rider really quickly, but in this one, he did have the Giant Skeleton, which did make a big dent in my tower because I did not defend fast enough because I was distracted with his right tower over there. Giant Skeleton finally goes down, and now he does have elixir collectors, but I actually just have my freeze, Valkyrie, Musketeer, Hog Rider, and arrows, and I think the fireball, I'm not too sure. Alright, so arrows on the princess here, my Valkyrie's going in. And I think I'm going to deploy my Hog Rider right over here. Now, the Giant Skeleton does not attack the Hog Rider very well. Well, actually, I deploy on the other side. Never mind. But I do deploy Freeze there. Probably not the best idea. I should have waited to see what he deployed first before I deployed the Freeze, because now I have a Hog Rider going into my tower there. And then the worst part here is that he deploys his goblins on my Hog Rider, which leaves me with no defense for that Hog Rider. And it almost does take that tower down. 92 left, but he does deploy a princess. And I'm not too sure why I didn't deploy my arrows. I did deploy them, but like a tad second later, like right after I deploy this Valkyrie here. Alright, so Valkyrie, Hog Rider, and my Musketeer going in. Cannon is going to go down in 1 second here. I freeze his giant skeleton, but his little small troops won't reach to my Hog Rider over there. And can I take it down? Valkyrie, I have my Musketeer there. Can the Musketeer make it to that tower? And no, he deploys some goblins to defend against that. So I'm going to deploy some minions here and my Hog Rider once again, because obviously, as I said a minute ago, the giant skeleton does not do a very great job at defending against a Hog Rider. Like, he does hit him, but the hits aren't really strong enough to go ahead and take him down. So there we go. We have his tower down, and now we have to go ahead and take his other tower here. Alright, so Valkyrie down in some minions and my Hog Rider going in, but he does employ a cannon there. And I don't use my freeze because I did learn from my lesson earlier when he deployed some goblins on my Hog Riders. So Valkyrie going in, Musketeer, and a little lonely minion. So the Musketeer does go down with some of these goblins here, and he deploys a giant skeleton, but he also has a princess, which will take down my Valkyrie. Probably only get like one hit on that tower. So giant skeleton on the right side and a Hog Rider, not so much of a good sign here, and also a princess taking down my minions here. So princess on the left side here, but I do deploy my Valkyrie on her, and that does take her out in a split second. So cannon to distract the giant skeleton and the Hog Rider, and should I go for the win here? Valkyrie going in, and he does waste all of his elixir on the push on the right side, but it's too late for a push now because the Valkyrie does take down his tower, and I just spammed the taunts. I kind of feel bad for him, but I had to do it because I obviously thought he was going to win. So that is pretty much it, guys, for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to go ahead and see some more Clash Royale content, go ahead and leave a like. Let me know in the comment section, and that's pretty much it. So hope you guys enjoyed. Please rate, comment, and subscribe on my videos. So much you guys think below in the comment section. And peace out, YouTube. See you all in the next one. Peace.